Live from KSAT 12, the Nightbeat starts right now.
And we begin tonight with an update on a now fatal fire from last week.
The man who died is identified as 26-year-old Roland Padilla. San Antonio fire crews tell us the house on West Hutchins Place caught fire Tuesday night. Crews managed to pull Padilla out of the home, but he didn't survive. 3 others who were inside when the fire started made it out safely.
There were attempts trying to save Padilla, but the flames were too hot. The home did sustain damage, including part of its roof collapsing. The cause of that fire remains under investigation.
Fire investigators also trying to figure out how 2 fires started at the same house last night. This was on Elmendorf Street, not far from Woodlawn Lake Park. Firefighters were first called around 11 last night. They found a shed on fire and were able to put those flames out.
Then about 4 hours later, they were called to the exact same location, but this time it was the house that was on fire. Crews were able to put those flames out and later learned the home is vacant. Arson now investigating whether those fires were intentionally set.
Some gruesome accusations against a man who the Atascosa County Sheriff's Office says almost killed a woman. This is 31-year-old Roger Gonzalez. He's accused of beating a woman, cutting her, wrapping her in plastic, and then leaving her in a field in the middle of nowhere. You can see that exact location on your screen where she was found on Eichmann Road near Poteet. This happened on Friday, and Gonzalez was found that same day. The woman is still in the hospital, and Gonzalez is in the Atascosa County Jail with a bond set at $40,000.
Meanwhile, a 30-year-old is facing charges after she injured a police officer in a crash yesterday. This is Brissa Acevedo. According to San Antonio police, she failed to yield at a light and hit the officer's patrol car on the driver's side. She was arrested on suspicion of DWI.
A disturbing family tragedy in Queens, New York, where police officers were attacked by a man who had just committed murder. The NYPD says they got a call this morning from a woman saying her cousin was killing her family members. Officers went to check out the scene and found a young girl's body on the ground outside the house.
That's where they also came across 38-year-old Courtney Gordon, who was leaving the house with luggage. When the officers approached him, Gordon went at them with a kitchen knife. They fired shots in response, killing him. When they went inside the home, they found 3 more people who had died, 2 adults and a second child.
This scene was chaos, multiple victims, a house on fire, and a madman on a rampage, on a mission. And thankful that these police officers showed up. Imagine what could have happened if these police officers weren't there.
A 5th victim was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Those officers are expected to be okay. Investigators tonight still trying to figure out a motive.
Now to the Israel-Hamas war. With the week-long ceasefire over, Israel says it's expanding ground operations across the Gaza Strip. Since the start of the war, the Israel Defense Forces says it has found 800 tunnel shafts with large numbers of weapons inside. The IDF believes it has destroyed about 500 tunnels. Right now, they're still focused, though, on freeing hundreds of hostages.
We're working at this literally by the hour at the National Security Council and all the way up the high levels of the administration to try to see hour by hour if we can get these discussions back going forward to see if we can get the pause back in place and get the hostages out.
In Gaza, the Hamas-run health ministry estimates 15,000 have been killed since the start of the war. They say more than 700 of those deaths happening in the past 2 days. Hospitals overwhelmed to the point where patients are being treated on the floor. As attacks from both ends continue, Israeli officials are predicting a long war.
At the same time, multiple attacks on cargo vessels in the Red Sea, furthering fears the war between Israel and Hamas could expand. The USS Carney, operating in international waters, engaged and shot down several drones traveling in its direction. As ABC's Derek Dennis explains, it comes just weeks after it shot down missiles and drones potentially headed toward Israel.
A potential escalation in the Middle East after U.S. officials say Yemen's Iranian-backed Houthi rebels launched an hours-long assault in the Red Sea. The U.S. says there was a series of missile attacks on multiple vessels in international waters and drones flying towards a U.S. warship. The Pentagon says the USS Carney acted in self-defense. Over the course of 6 hours, it followed, threatened, and ultimately took out 3 drones. Officials telling ABC News the drones were launched from Houthi-controlled territories of Yemen. The Houthis claiming responsibility for the attack, citing the Israel-Hamas war, saying their goal was to target Israeli ships. No casualties were reported, but U.S. Central Command saying the attacks jeopardized the lives of international crews representing multiple countries around the world. The Pentagon saying it will consider all appropriate responses in coordination with allies and partners.
The U.S. is being very careful not to turn the Red Sea into a shooting gallery. The Houthis continue to target what they say are only Israeli ships, but the U.S. needs to be assured, and the world needs to be assured, that there's freedom of navigation and that ships could transit the heavily trafficked Red Sea.
Last month, Houthi rebels releasing this video showing armed members using a helicopter to hijack a cargo ship. The Carney is one of several warships and aircraft carriers sent to the Red Sea after the outbreak of Israel's war with Hamas, with orders to show force and keep Iranian-backed militias in the region from expanding the war front. Also last month, the Houthis claimed this unverified video shows them shooting down a U.S. Reaper drone. And in late October, the Carney already intercepting 4 missiles and 15 drones headed from Houthi-controlled territories toward targets in Israel. Derek Dennis, ABC News, New York.
A push to make period products more accessible coming from more than a dozen San Antonio businesses. The Night Team's Avery Everett explains what started with one donation drop-off location on the west side is quickly spreading across the city.
That's the strawberry horchata.
There's a reason behind this recipe.
Then it's pink colors.
Filling each cup to the brim, bringing in support for period product accessibility.
I feel I just relate with everything they do.
This downtown coffee shop is now collecting donations and fundraising for a greater cause.
We are the heart of the city, and we need to collaborate together to make the difference.
It's another effort from the local group Period Palooza to fight against period poverty in San Antonio. Data in the U.S. shows around 16.9 million people who menstruate live in poverty. 2/3 of them say they have struggled to afford these products in the past.
We would love it to get as many products as possible.
What started with just one locker on the west side has now swept into 20 other businesses all across town, taking in period product donations.
We felt like we needed it. We didn't realize that other people also needed it as much.
These collections going back into the city through free pickup spots and nonprofit needs, finding ways to meet people where they are and to fill a demand the San Antonio Diaper Bank says is at an all-time high.
We've seen an uptick on the number of items being requested.
The Diaper Bank calling on the community to help bring in donations, especially with the holidays right around the corner.
And for those families that are struggling, and you hear it every day, you know, how it makes a difference.
Pushing for more points of access is one of the reasons you'll see these boxes popping up across the city.
Not everybody drinks coffee. Not everybody goes to bars.
As Period Palooza says their work is far from over.
This is just the beginning.
Even if you finish your cup of coffee.
This Period Pantry is still accepting donations, and it's also available for pickups. We have the list of the other 20 businesses right now on KSAT.com. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
And data in the U.S. shows around 16.9 million people who menstruate live in poverty. 2/3 of those people say they regularly struggle to afford these products. Studies also show 14% of women in college struggle to afford period products. That's why efforts like this are so important.
Switching gears now to a look outside with Live Cam. It was a very comfortable weekend across South Central Texas. Low humidity. We had some chilly mornings in the 40s, but highs were able to rebound into the 70s. Now, as we look ahead to our Monday, more of the same is in store. We're actually going to see a weak cool front move in tomorrow morning, which means daytime highs a little bit cooler by a few degrees, topping off near 70. So once again, comfortable in the afternoon, but it's going to be chilly in the morning, so you will want the extra layer stepping out for the morning drive. That's going to carry over into Tuesday and Wednesday as well. Those afternoons still pretty comfortable, topping off near that 70-degree mark through the middle of the week. That low humidity will also continue to be a theme before we start to see a touch more Gulf moisture work back in ahead of next weekend. So we'll talk all about that, plus beautiful sunsets. We've got a ton of KSAT Connect photos to show you coming up in just a little bit.
Can't wait to see those. They were beautiful last night. All right, a space that belongs to both the pros and now the public. A couple months ago, we took you to the new Spurs practice facility, but today the Frost Plaza at the Rock at La Cantera, which is known, open to the public.
Yeah, it's exciting. Families were overjoyed to have a new place to connect, play, and of course, celebrate their favorite team.
As you know, the fans
Go Spurs, go!
are diehard.
Either Spurs way or no way.
It's almost a silly question to ask Fred Castellanos and his kids how long they've been fans.
My whole life. Forever. I've growing up and they kind of just got brought into it. Of course, I'm not going to let them root for anybody else.
Which is why today was such a big deal. The grand opening of the Frost Plaza at the Rock at La Cantera, a space bringing the public closer to the Spurs, including greats like Manu Ginobili.
Oh, it's fantastic because, many times the only place to be close to the Spurs is at the games. Families can get together, can eat, can celebrate, can watch.
With an enormous screen, this will be the spot for fans to watch games together.
It brings us closer together.
Future basketball stars got to join a skills clinic at the plaza today.
The city has adopted basketball as an identity. So it's great that the kids are going to be able to play here.
Frostbank CEO Phil Green says the plaza is just the beginning.
This area of San Antonio where there's a lot of land, and I think it's just going to be the center of additional development that'll include places to live with people, places to eat for people.
The Spurs, bring us together. And of course, it's always fun to support the community and the building of the Spurs, and we want them to stay here for many, many, many more years to come.
Many, many, many years. Soon, a new restaurant will open at the plaza. There will be food trucks, and we did hear a splash pad may be in the plans too. Manu said one thing he also loves about the park is that it connects to other trails in the city, promoting health and a connection to the outdoors.
Very cool. Students at McCollum High School are getting the chance to be mentored by Destiny Navarra, the Latin Grammy-nominated artist and McCollum High School graduate. She is also the daughter of Raul Navarra and niece of the late Emilio.
Her mentorship program, Project Destiny, will connect the younger generation with Tejano music. She's also launching a scholarship to support students pursuing their dreams. You can read more about Project Destiny on KSAT.com. Still ahead on the Nightbeat, it is the holiday season and it's time to book your travel the smart way. We have tips from a travel expert on how to get the most out of your money. Plus, it's not something you might think is still a problem, but it is. Lead exposure from our water. But a voluntary testing program with the EPA shows it's a real problem in some of our own schools. Why SAISD is the only local school district taking part, what they're doing about it, and when other districts could follow suit.
And it was a perfect day for a big race in San Antonio. The annual Rock and Roll Marathon had quite the turnout downtown. We'll catch up with those runners and spectators right after this.
Stop it. Stop it.
Whew. I'm recovering from my little run.
Are you
there.
winded?
And so are thousands of runners that are also recovering after pounding the pavement for miles.
Yeah, but that's for hours, not just like 3 seconds. Okay.
I got my steps in.
These actual runners woke up bright and early for this year's Rock and Roll Marathon and Half Marathon. So did our Danielle Ibarra. Woke up early to speak with those who tested their limits and others who cheered them on.
It's a moment this crowd has waited months for. The Rock and Roll Marathon starting right in front of City Hall.
I don't know if I should cry or not.
The race is Josue Gonzalez's first.
I'm just going to try and finish, not trying to break any records.
At every mile, runners are greeted by a crowd cheering them on. Andrea and her husband Clint are celebrating their friends from Houston.
I've done it before, and being in those shoes and just watching all these athletes, knowing what's gone into all this effort to make it here today. That's really exciting and exhilarating to see them living out their dreams.
The most thrilling moment is crossing the finish line.
Tired, but amazing. It feels just going through that finish line is just unexplainable.
Two San Antonians took the top spot for the men and women's marathon.
It was a lot of fun. I had a blast. It felt good the whole day.
I did not expect that at all. So it feels pretty good.
For some, the joy at the finish line is almost too much to bear. Jose de los Santos, who came to race from Mexico, couldn't believe he broke his personal record time.
That he's a champion and I'm so proud of him, and one day I want to run like him.
For others, just having a medal around their neck is enough of a victory.
It feels like a big accomplishment, like the biggest goal in my life. I feel so happy. I feel tired, but we made it.
Danielle Ibarra, KSAT 12 News.
Congrats to all of those who made it across the finish line and those who got up early to watch those folks.
You were running inside, so the weather's fine, but they were running outside, Mia, and the weather was also amazing.
It was chilly this morning, but I'm sure they probably didn't mind after the first mile or two, really starting to get a good warm up. Yeah, it was really nice. And we had low humidity, which made it even better.
So much better.
Really had great weekend weather for any outdoor activities that you had out and about. And what made it even better, not just a beautiful sunset, but multiple beautiful sunsets. This is a gorgeous picture from this evening sunset that was sent in from the Pleasanton area. Sunset only got better. How about this one from here in San Antonio? Look at those colors, just beautiful. And of course, our friend Skywatcher always uploading the beautiful kind of panoramic photos where you just really get a good grasp of the scene across the entire sky. So why have we seen multiple evenings with all these beautiful sunsets? Well, a couple of different reasons. We have high clouds in place, and that's a big reason. Those high clouds typically carry those beautiful orange and pink hues. Also, as we get closer to the winter season, the sun angle whenever it sets is a touch lower, so the duration of our sunset times are slightly longer. And low humidity. That's also a key because we don't have a lot of moisture in the sky to haze up those skies, so we can really see more of those vibrant colors. If you would like to see more pictures, we've got a ton. KSAT.com/connect. You can even upload your own. It's possible tomorrow evening we also see a nice sunset, so that's something we will be monitoring. And this is why, again, those high clouds still streaming across really our southeastern counties right now. DeWitt County stretching over to Karnes County, and that's going to continue in some way, shape, or form through the overnight and even into our Monday. Much like today, the farther north and west that you go up into the hill country, southern Edwards Plateau, we're going to see more sunshine, but the farther south and east that you travel, that's where we're expecting more of those high clouds to stream in from the southwest and pushing farther up to the northeast. Now, other than that, yes, we've got the low humidity. A weak front's going to move in tomorrow morning, which is going to reinforce another chilly start. And really, this week's going to be pretty quiet for the most part on the weather front. Just chilly mornings followed by pretty pleasant and comfortable afternoons. So here's a look at 7 a.m. Monday in and around the San Antonio area. 40s for most of us, so you will want the extra layer, but we're going to warm up pretty efficiently. 60 degrees by 10 a.m., 66 by 1 p.m., a forecast high topping off near that 70-degree mark. And that does look to be the trend for most of us. 72 out in Floresville, 71 in New Braunfels, 68 for places like Bernie, Comfort, as well as Kerrville. I mentioned that drier air that carries over into Monday, rises slightly Tuesday and Wednesday, still pretty pleasant out there. It's as we head into the mid to late week time frame, we'll start to see a touch more Gulf moisture work back in, and then a slightly more notable front will move in, looks like on Saturday. That's going to sweep away that humidity, and that's going to allow for some cooler temperatures as well into next weekend. But before we can get there, here's a look at the next couple of days after tomorrow. Still chilly mornings Tuesday and Wednesday in the mid to upper 40s, but highs near 70, so very pleasant out there. We'll warm things up, especially in the mornings once we start to see more of that moisture move in Thursday and into Friday. In terms of that front moving in next weekend, unfortunately, rain chances not that impressive, just a stray shower possible farther east. That's something that we'll continue to monitor for you in the days ahead.
Really nice stretch.
Yeah, it really is.
I owe you an apology. I said good luck getting into the playoffs. Your team did. I was wrong.
I thought that would never happen.
Mary will talk about that and give us a preview of Instant Replay right after this.
The apology I thought would never happen, not the Longhorns getting it.
Wrong. All right, the Texas Longhorns are officially in contention for the College Football Playoff National Championship after the committee deemed the Longhorns the 3 seed with a 12-1 record. For more on that and what's on Instant Replay, let's check in with Mary.
Yes, and the Longhorns can credit their win over newly named SEC champion Alabama Crimson Tide for building enough of a case to crack the top 4.
When you look at the first 3 or 4 weeks of the college football season, if we don't play those types of games and we're just waiting for conference play to begin, where's the excitement, right? What are we talking about? And so to get that spotlight that we had in week 2 and that stage, I think was great for both of our programs.
Texas head coach Steve Sarkisian believes the committee rewarded the Longhorns for playing a tough non-conference schedule, and luckily for Alabama, it wasn't punished for losing.
We expect to win every game here, which is a good thing. That's how you get to those kind of levels, is when your fan base and your administration and all your coaches and your players expect to win them all. But it's hard to make a bowl.
The UTSA football program is going bowling for the 4th straight season. The Roadrunners will face Marshall in the Frisco Bowl, and UTSA is thrilled to be playing in Texas.
One thing about Tank, he's very unselfish, and to see him go out, the game of football is tough, man.
Coming into the week, C.J. Stroud and Tank Dell were one of the most lethal combos in the NFL. Rookie Dell suffered a season-ending injury today. Stroud, understandably devastated. Also, the BGC playoffs continue. We have NFL ejections. A Clark High School alum gets his first NFL touchdown as rookie, and when you have reactions like this, you know it has to do with our play of the week. Instant Replay is starting live right after the Nightbeat.
It doesn't look like he had a good day, however things turned out for that one. All right,
Over
Mary,
here.
We'll see you in just a little bit. Thank you so much. It is the most wonderful time of the year, unless you wait to book your holiday flights. How you can avoid a headache and spending extra dollars when booking your way home.
And KSAT Investigates looks at one local school district's efforts to cut back on lead in its water. It's not a requirement just yet, but that will soon change. That and more next on the Nightbeat.